Oh, it's cold outside. All right, good morning, guys. I'm walking right now to get coffee, and then I'm on my way to an event. I'm one of the moderators at the Network to Networth event. There's this woman on the phone, and she's like been yelling behind me for 2 blocks. But anyway, I'm grabbing a quick coffee, and then I'm gonna head to the event, and I'll be vlogging the whole time I'm there. My whole body is killing me right now because I fell on all this snow yesterday, so yeah, I'm struggling, but here we go. Alright, so everyone is getting set up. We just got to the event space. It's really pretty, everything's cute. I can tell once they're done, they did a really good job. They have a great team for this event. So here, I'm going to be moderating the full speaker panel and also a fireside chat with Rakia Reynolds. So we're probably going to get started in like half an hour, and I'm going to try to vlog as much as I can. But I think that these events are so important, like female-focused, female-run events for people who are really trying to like pick their next step or find their tribe, build community. Like these are the kind of things that people should be going to and supporting, and I'm just glad I get to be a part of it.
Everyone looks real cute. Real cute. So because we also really let's document how cute you look, because if you didn't put on Instagram, they would even look cute today. So make sure that you're using the hashtag #InFutually, then you tag at Network on Instagram. Make sure you guys can really get a good story popping. If people couldn't be here, we want to show them what is to come in the other stops on this tour.
And get some pictures here, please. I think the design here is so beautiful. The women worked so hard to put this together. I love it. Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
I acknowledge my own self-worth.
I acknowledge my own self-worth.
My confidence is soaring.
My confidence is soaring.
I am not my family's mistakes.
I am not my family's mistake.
I think that one of the greatest takeaways that I had from my time interning at Sky Blue is to, one, know who you are, know the value of what you do, and then do those 2 things seamlessly. Like everything that you do should be seamless. And I think that's kind of like a good foundation for this talk on how to brand yourself and how to make yourself be positioned as an expert in what you do.
Well, so I look at the word brand, which I think we overuse that word so much that it should be rebranded. But I think when you look at a sense of what a brand is and how it's broken down, there's so many different ways that you can break it down, but essentially the way that we work, at Sky Blue Media, we look at, what is the purpose, right? So like, what is your purpose? What is the climate of the world today, and how are you trying to change that, or how are you trying to contribute to that? And then what is your position? How do people understand who you are and what is the product or service that you're providing? And then lastly, it's the personality. How do you show up in the world, and how are you doing that differently? So I think sometimes when we look at, unique value proposition and how you sell yourself, you also have to really understand, it has to be unmistakable, what is your brand?
Alright guys, so as you can see, I'm back home, back on my couch. Today was amazing. I met so many amazing women, and I loved moderating today. Like, shout out to the Network to Networth team. They really put together like an outstanding event. But after 2 full days of extroverting, your girl needs to come back in. So I'm happy to be on the couch. A few people are like texting me like, oh, we're all going out, and I'm like, ugh, I don't see it for me. So I think I'm about to just like sit on the couch for a while, finish a book, maybe watch a little bit of Netflix, and just zen out. I feel like because I was in such a rush to, one, get to the event, and two, get out of the cold this morning, I never really got to intro this vlog. So yeah, I had a really busy weekend for sure because of this event. So on Friday night, we kicked things off with a happy hour speaker dinner meetup situation. I will throw some footage from that in here now. Then today was the actual main event. So like I mentioned earlier in this vlog, which is probably so jumpy because I don't know where I picked up the camera because I obviously wasn't vlogging my friend Izzy, who you'll see in a video on this channel soon. He was nice enough to handle the vlogging for me so I could focus on moderating. But yeah, as you saw, I was moderating with my co-moderator Makisha all day long, like through every session. And then I sat down with Rakia Reynolds to do a fireside chat about personal branding, which was amazing. I mean, I love Rakia. That is her element, 1000%. Like, give her a stage and tell her to tell a story, and she kills it every time. So I was super grateful to have the chance to do that with her, and it was a great time. Everyone seemed to really get a lot out of it and a lot out of the day as a whole, which is always awesome to see. But yeah, I went to dinner with my friend Alex after the event. So I'm full of sushi and miso soup, and it's freezing outside, so that is like a winning combo. But yeah, I just want to be cozy. I don't want to go outside. It's so cold. It's supposed to warm up tomorrow and I need it to. So I have a yoga class in the morning, and I'll probably pick the vlog back up then. Hopefully now we're a little bit more like, we have a better flow. I was so all over the place just because every time I was going somewhere, it was so cold. I could not like talk to you guys. So yeah, now we're back. We're in our warm apartment, and I will see you guys in the morning. All right, I just wrapped up my first yoga class after not working out in any way in like over a year at this point. So yeah, I just finished my first yoga class. The class was like over an hour, but it was amazing. Like, definitely hard. We moved a lot of good core work, like ab work, but it was an intro class, so it like went over all the basics. The instructor was really nice. The studio was really nice. I just felt good to be moving again. One part I loved at the beginning of the class, the instructor said, imagine that you're putting some distance between you and like your everyday drama, and then breathe into that drama free, and then introduce more compassion and less judgment into it. And I was just like, oh, this is something I can flow with. So now I'm not starving, but I haven't really eaten today. So I'm gonna take myself to a coffee shop and get some food, since there's a really good one in this neighborhood. Eat, probably read. I really want to finish this book. I've been trying to finish the same book for days. So finish my book, read, and yeah, just like enjoy Sunday. My goal is to not do a ton of work today because I realized over the past week that I'm really good at balancing like all the elements of work I have to do, but I am not as good at self-care. Like putting a face mask on, it just isn't cutting it anymore. So I'm definitely gonna sign up for another yoga class now so that I have to hold myself accountable to it. And I'm just so excited to be moving again. Like, I've wanted to start working out again for so long, but you know, you psych yourself out. Someone just rode past me in their car and like, why is this girl talking to a camera? I'm like, because it's fun. But anyway, you psych yourself out thinking you're gonna be like the only black person, the only big person, the only not strong person. But if I waited until I felt comfortable, I would just never have gone to that class, and I'd be stuck where I am. So baby steps. I'm not like a yoga warrior or anything, but it just feels so good to be making good self-care choices. So now I'm gonna go get something good to eat, and then I'll pick the camera back up later. because I have no self-control. But now I'm gonna go run a few errands and then head home, and I'll show you guys what books I bought. All right, so change of plans. I decided I've pretty much had a headache since I woke up this morning, and I'm like, instead of running around doing errands that could honestly wait until later, why not just come home and like lay down and rest? I did not a lot today, but it was such a nice slow Sunday, and I think I needed this to kind of recoup after extroverting and just being on all day yesterday, even though yesterday was amazing. So I wanted to show you guys the books that I picked up from that used bookstore. That bookstore is called Bookhaven. It's on Fairmount, like right across from Eastern State, so like 21st or 22nd in Fairmount, and it's great. They usually have amazing titles, and I always pick up very random books. I usually find books that I've heard of before and was interested in, and then also books that I've never heard of before that are also super cool. And I love getting used books because it's like you don't only just get the story that you're buying, you get the person who read it before you's, like, I don't know, like their reading experience gets passed down to you in a way, which I think is very cool. So I think used books have a lot of character. I picked up 4 books because literally, what is self-control? In the past week, I got my book of the month box ordered, so that should be here this week. I placed a book outlet order because I guess I was feeling like new job celebrity. So I ordered books, of course, because what else would I order? So I got like 7 books, but I had a lot of points to redeem. This is me justifying all the books that I purchased. So yeah, I bought book outlet books, I got my book of the month box, and then these books. So I could wait and just do a bigger haul, but there's only 4 here, and then there's 9 more I can show you in a separate haul, so I'll just show you these now. All right, so the first book I saw, I don't know what drew me to it. There were a bunch of different books by this author on that shelf. This one is called Being Committed. It's a romantic comedy. I'm just still like kind of in a reading slump. I have not finished a book since, I don't even know, but this one seems like it'll be cute and funny and easy to read. It's about this girl. She gets a divorce like at 20 years old, like really young, and then she decides like, oh, everyone, like, marriage is overrated, basically, like everyone who gets married is crazy. So then she meets this guy, she's dating him, and she's like a great boyfriend, great job, she's happy, she's like, it's like 10 years later at this point, and then her boyfriend proposes and she freaks out and dumps him, and then he marries her neighbor, I think the back said. So it just sounds funny. Like, I think this will be a cute little read. It's kind of big though. It's like over 350. Yeah, it's like over 350 pages, but I feel like I can fly through something like this. It looks really funny and cute. This one I got fried green tomatoes at the Whistle Stop Cafe. So this is a movie. I've seen this movie a million times and I love the movie. It's one of those floppy paperbacks, which, like, I can't resist that. But I've seen the movie so many times, never read the book ever, and I really love the movie, so it'll be interesting to see how they differ, if I still like the characters, or if the parts that I didn't like in the movie are the parts I don't like here. So I'll probably read this at some point in the next couple of weeks. This one I picked up because the cover is so beautiful, like, but also the synopsis sounded interesting. So basically there's this girl or woman, and her father disappears, and then they get a letter they find a letter that he wrote to a woman in a village in some Southeast Asian country. Maybe she's Burmese. They find a letter that the father wrote to this Burmese woman that he was apparently in love with, and then the daughter like stops everything to try to figure out the mystery of her father's disappearance. So it also sounds really good. Probably a little bit more of a slow read, but definitely intriguing. And then the last book that I picked up is Super Sad blah, blah, blah. Can I talk? Wow. Super Sad True Love Story by Gary Scheitengart. There you go. You can make your way with that. But it seems like a futuristic sci-fi type book where basically in the near future, America is crushed by a financial crisis, and our patient Chinese creditors may just be ready to foreclose on the whole mess. Then Lenny Abramov son of a Russian immigrant janitor, an ardent fan of printed bound media artifacts, aka books. Meets Eunice Park, an impossibly cute Korean American woman with a major in images and minor in assertiveness. Could falling in love redeem the planet falling apart? So this again sounds like it could be kind of quirky, cute little romance novel. I've just been like, when in doubt, I pick up a fun romance novel because it'll keep me interested, keep me reading. I always finish them. Like, I've been reading the same anthology for maybe 2 weeks and it's literally 200 pages. Like, it's ridiculous. So I'm about to just chug a bunch of water and try to knock this headache out and read. I don't know what book I'm gonna start. Maybe the fun romance novel or the weird romance novel. I mean, I pretty much only bought romance novels. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this vlog. I hope you enjoyed getting a little peek into some of the things that I do on my side hustle life, hosting and moderating and events and that kind of stuff. It was an amazing event, so I'm glad that I got to share that with you guys. Thank you so much to Izzy, my good friend, who was vlogging for me while I was moderating and working. If you enjoy these weekend vlogs, make sure you leave a comment down below, give it a thumbs up, and subscribe to my channel. I post new videos every single week, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.